It's Yngwie Malmsteen right here on your Classic Metal Show, featuring our good friend Tim Ripper Owens on lead vocal, and that is Death Dealer from the Perpetual Flame release. Right. And do you find it kind of interesting that Tim Owens found his way into the Yngwie Malmsteen camp?
Well, Tim fits, I guess. I mean, his voice fits that kind of music. And say what you will about Yngwie, he's always had pretty good singers.
Of course he has, but I just found it funny that so many singers, be it a Jeff Scott Soto or anybody, and then Tim somehow found his way in there to do a couple of CDs with the Yngwie. Mm-hmm. But it's just
Tim is one of those guys that's on everybody's speed dial.
He is.
He's turned himself into that guy, and he's okay with that. So
sure he is.
Good for him. He's not working in a cubicle. He's still out there making his living singing. So good on him.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of a guy who doesn't make his living in a cubicle, you ventured out tonight and kind of became the IT person of a video. Would you call it a tournament?
Yeah, it was definitely a tournament. It was a double elimination tournament playing the online game Hearthstone.
Okay, tell me a little bit about this, because I am not a gamer, so I can't really relate to any of this. I mean, obviously this appeals to probably mostly millennials, but I'm sure that there are older guys who participate in this.
Yeah, but the age range was from, we had some 15, 16-year-old kids, and then we had one guy there that had to be in his 50s.
Okay.
So it I guess it's a wildly popular game online.
What is it called?
Hearthstone. Hearthstone. Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. And what is it? Is it sort of like a modern version of like a Dungeons and Dragons or something?
Similar. It's like if you played Dungeons and Dragons, it's like remember, you probably don't remember this, but Dungeons and Dragons would take like fucking 900 hours to play.
Okay.
It would just take it was like an all-day thing to go on an adventure or whatever they call it.
Which basically is depicted in Stranger Things, the series.
Right, exactly. Well, this is like they do it with online cards, like you have like online decks of cards, and you flop down a card, and then the next guy has to flop down a card, and if your card outpowers his card, then he gets points or something.
All right. I don't know the rules. Is this all local or is this nationwide or
it's worldwide?
Well, I mean, tonight when you were doing this.
No, tonight everybody had to be in the building.
Okay, so it was right within the local area.
Yeah, everybody had to be in the building, which is why I needed to be there.
Okay.
Sure everybody could connect to the internet.
And how many people participated in this tonight?
22, 24.
So it wasn't really a huge turnout. It was, a room full of geeks.
Yeah, it was. That's how many slots we had, was 24.
So did you have to maybe put some kind of protective coating on in order to keep the geekdom from, filtering in?
Dude, I own a pinball place. It's not like I have the cool kids coming to that place.
Well,
either.
Pinball is a little bit different, but when you're doing online gaming, that's kind of geekdom.
Yeah, somewhat. But you know what? The geeks run the world today. I hate to tell you, but that's just kind of the way it is. Yeah, let's put it this way. There was 24 people there. I doubt 10 of them had sex this year.
And where did this take place?
At the museum.
Oh, it was actually at your place.
Yeah, it was in the museum.
Okay, where did you do this? Did you do this is this done on laptops or what?
Laptops, tablets, or phones.
Okay, on the phone, really?
You can play on any device. Because again, it's just cards.
Well, I get it, but the thing is that the screen on a cell phone is so small.
Yeah, but there's nothing intricate. It's not like Call of Duty where you got to see somebody coming around a tree or something.
Okay.
I mean, literally, you're looking at a screen that has the guy you're playing. You're looking. The bottom of the screen is you, and the top of the screen is the guy you're playing.
All right.
and you just see, you see what card they put down, and then you push a button to put your card down.
Okay.
And that's how it works. Again, I don't understand the rules. I made my son do that part.
All right.
My son was the grand master of that. I was just the IT guy.
So you as in the pinball place sponsored this thing?
Yeah, us and the Tribune, the big paper.
Okay, and was there commercial support for this thing?
Yes. There
was money involved.
Yes, the winner won $500.
Okay.
Which was donated not by me, thank God, but by 535 Media, and they gave a bunch of prizes, and we gave some prizes, and we gave memberships to the runner-up, and so yeah, it was definitely a financial. The winner got $500 plus a bunch of stuff, and the runner-up got $150 gift card from us, as well as shirts and shit like that.
Isn't it interesting that the IT guy who monitored the the router made more money than the winner?
Yeah, well, hey, that's the way it works. Okay. Gotta make my money too, man.
Sure. Well, I'm not discounting your contribution, but it's funny that you walked away with more money than the winner does.
Well, I should. It's my place. I did give the room too. I mean.
Well, I get it. I'm not criticizing. I just find it funny that you more or less had to show up and just made sure that everything ran smooth. But these guys are sweating at the brow to beat the guy at the next table.
Yeah.
In order to take $500 home, and you're just like, dude, I'm taking twice that home just for standing here watching you geeks.
Yep, just watching you all play. Yeah, dude, there was one dude there. He had like the big hipster beard. He had the big long hipster beard, and he was wearing like a sweatshirt.
Okay.
Had a big old Hearthstone logo on the back of it. I was like, ugh. I just was like, yeah, this guy, he wouldn't recognize a vagina if it hit him on the nose.
And did you say, dude, do you still live at home?
You know what? I said, hey, good luck, dude. Hope you win.
How old do you think this guy was?
Mid-20s.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to be mid-20s. But again, geekdom is where the gaming world is. So I'm sort of used to it. It's not. Like I said, the cool kids do not regularly come out to the museum.
Sure.
Nah, that's definitely not the crowd that we draw there. That picture that we got right there on the screen. That's basically the museum crowd.
Yeah, it's the what was that movie with Paul Rudd and what's that guy's name from the road trip movie and the American Pie movie? What's his name? Scott?
Jason Biggs or Scott, the guy that played Stifler.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, so we'll just say Stifler.
Yeah,
we know that.
What was the name of that movie?
I don't know.
Where the kid, the McLovin, he was in that movie. He had like the cape and the sword, and
it wasn't super bad, was it?
No, it wasn't super bad. It was another one, but it was the whole thing where he was playing some kind of fantasy game thing where they were medieval times.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've seen that. But
Role Models.
I haven't seen that.
Role Models.
Nope, haven't seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
But no, dude, it was cool. I mean, it was cool. I'll tell you one thing I definitely learned. I'm really not needed out there anymore. That's for damn sure. Dude, I mean,
well, you got home early.
Because I wasn't needed. I mean, basically the big round, I needed to make sure the internet worked for the first round when everybody was connected on the internet.
Okay.
Because we had 24 players, plus we had our computer in the office, mine, Zachary, Ed, and Sean's phones, and our whatchamacallit, the tablet that we use for taking payments.
Okay.
Those all had to, so it's like 30 connections on one router.
All right.
So I had to make sure that everybody could play. I mean, that was my role there.
All right.
Once a couple rounds went off and people started flaking off, people started losing, then I knew I was safe. So I was able to get out of there fairly early. So I did. I drove up this morning and I drove back this afternoon. Wasn't bad at all.
Sure. Well, good for you. You got to be back, and you made a chunk of change, and you got to do the show all at the same night.
Yeah, it's a busy one. I'll probably be falling asleep here in 2 hours, but
Nice.
because it's been a long day. I mean, I've been going since 7, I guess, this morning.
Right.
But you know what, dude? It was fun, and I'll tell you what, and I don't want to turn us into the business show, but I really was kind of happy in a way that I went out there and really wasn't needed.
Okay.
Because that's a very good sign for the museum that
Sure.
I'm not needed out there.
Right.
That these guys, they've got their, because at the same time that we had the tournament going on, we also had a party, and I had booked a church youth group to come out, and so we had a lot of different people come out at the same time, and they didn't need me at all. They literally did not need me. I was kind of in the way when I kept saying, "Hey, do you need something?" They were all like, "Nope, just move." I was like, "Good. This is how I want it to be. This is how a business I own should run." Where I'm not really needed
we're not
to do
bringing our church youth group out here anymore because you guys are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and that worships the devil.
Well, the thing with the church youth groups is we have the one row of pinball machines from the 70s, and if I know anything, the people that were doing the artwork on the 70s pinball machines, they loved some big old titties. Oh, my God. Every pinball machine just has big fucking tits on these chicks.
Okay.
We have one called Iron Maiden, and it's just this chick. She's like Jesus on the cross with these big fucking tits.
Right.
And then there's the Dolly Parton machine, and that obviously has humongous tits
Sure.
on it. And
Sure.
there's a lot of tits.
Right.
So which, that doesn't offend me at all. But,
Right.
I could see the youth group being like,
We're not coming to your place anymore. You got big tits on your machine.
We've had complaints.
I'm sure you have.
Definitely
But
had
it's
people
not like you invented the machine yourself.
But, we've had the complaint of, I thought this would be a little more child-friendly.
Child-friendly?
I'm like, what, your fucking kids didn't eat it one time? Jeez.
That's so funny.
I know, dude. I mean, I told the story before about we had the lesbian problem the one time.
Yes.
And we've definitely had complaints about, tits.
Yeah, but you're not the one who made the graphics on the machine.
Yeah, but why would we put it in there? Why couldn't we put in the Jesus machine or something? I don't know.
The Jesus machine.
Yeah, like you could be playing Jesus pinball or something. If you hit the ball up to the right chute or something, it starts banging a nail or something. I don't know. We could do some Jesus pinball.
Right.
You know how they have like the bonus round if you hit so many balls into a certain spot on the pinball machine, and then it like does multi-ball or something. we could instead of doing that, we could have, if you get 3 balls in the certain place, then the rock, locks Jesus in the hole so he can't get out and raise to the roof or whatever.
Right. It rolls the stone in front of the cave.
Yeah, and then once you get another ball in there, then it unleashes Jesus so he can float away.
So the stone rolls away from the cave opening and Jesus floats out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good. And every time your ball goes down, like drains, that's when you just play like a noise of a hammer hammering.
Right.
Ting, ting, ting,
right.
ting. That'd be a good game, wouldn't it? Maybe I should make it.
So silly.
I could have Ed make that game.
Unfortunately, the thing is that you guys just feature the pinball machines and video games that were released.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make them yourself.
No, not at all. But we take some flack for some of the machines because, like we have the Playboy machine, the classic Playboy machine.
Okay, but it was a machine. You're a pinball gaming museum, which means you're going to feature a lot of the games that were iconic.
Right, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be honest, one of the most popular ones of all time was that Playboy one. You know, that's one of the most iconic ones.
Sure.
You know, that Playboy pinball machine. So, of course, we have it. So, you know, but people are going to complain about everything, dude. You know that. I don't even answer those calls anymore. If it ain't from the electric company or the fucking landlord, I don't give a fuck what they want.
What is the point?
I think they think that you'll be so intimidated when they say, well, we're not bringing our business here.
Yeah, okay, well, all right. Then don't.
Right. Yeah, that's always my answer.
It's like I can't change history. I can't change pop culture. I can't change, I can't change the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, the one guy that called about and it was a guy. That made me even more mad. But the one guy that called about the Playboy machine.
Yeah.
A guy called? Yeah. Bitched about it. And then was like, well, what are you going to do about it? And I literally said nothing.
And I make this joke all the time because of the movie 16 Candles. Quit being such a faggot.
I know. Stop listening to your wife and come on in and play pinball, you fag.
Stop being such a faggot.
Exactly. But yeah, this guy was like, he literally was like, well, what are you going to do about this? I was like, I'm not going to do anything. Nothing.
Yeah, it's pop culture.
It's staying. We're not getting rid of it. Well, then we won't be back. Okay.
Then don't.
Sorry to hear that, sir. Move on. You know, I don't care.
I am just stunned at people that you can't change history.
No,
you can't change it. It is what it is. Playboy has existed since the 50s.
Yeah.
It's iconic. It exists.
Mm-hmm.
If that offends you, then don't frequent places that feature that.
Yeah.
Don't go to the. And here's the other thing. Don't go to the county fair because 9 times out of 10, if you go to one of the merchandise tents, they'll have the iconic Playboy figure on a mirror.
Yeah, on the mirror that you can buy
exactly.
or throw darts to win or something.
I'm not coming to this fair ever again. They have the Playboy symbol.
Horrors.
Terrible. Naked women should never be looked upon.
All right, go back to your fucking temple and pray then, you fucking Muslim douche.